time for my 2 cents. I'm your girl, Pastor Steph.
Shantice.
I'm that Brooklyn guy, Ainsley Harris.
And we got somebody new up in the house today. Who is that? Who is that?
He said, I'm Paul.
No, did it sound like I said I'm Paul? I said Paul. It came out a little slow.
Look at Paul sitting in a theater seat.
Yes, I'm mad. I'm about to change my
seat in the house. I know.
I can't hear Pastor Steph.
You can't hear me? Oh.
You can hear Pastor Steph.
Let me try to change.
I can hear you.
Here.
I can hear you.
What about now, Paul?
Okay, maybe it's me.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Go out and come back in while we do the introduction. Go out and come back in.
I know I can't hear you. I can hear everybody else but you. Why?
Okay, go out and come back in. That might help with all the audio.
Okay. Go all the way out.
Right.
Yeah, and come right back in. More than likely, that'll help.
Technical stuff, bro.
Yes.
All right.
So we weren't with you last week because we had to travel for a funeral service, but by the grace of God, we have traveled safely, and we are back, and we are up and running, and we have added one to the fold. So if you're in the room, make sure you check in so we can shout you out. We got to check in from our girl, Ketty. Hey, Ketty girl. We got to check in from our girl, Renee. Hey, Renee. The other half of Paul. So let's see. What you got, Paul? Can we hear you?
Like he's muted. Come on, Paul. Mr. Paul.
Take your mute off.
Yeah, you're muted. Unmute yourself.
Okay, I'm not muted, but I still can't hear. I still can't hear her though.
What?
No. Of all people? Oh my goodness. All right. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna see if I can just
me probably
take these out. I'm gonna shut my AirPods off.
Okay,
Let's turn them. Oh, okay. So can you hear me now? Wait, where did he go?
I think he tried to go back out so he can come back in.
Yeah, and Renee is acting like a big Brian. Hey, Paul Parker.
They'll be playing
up in the room. We are so excited to be on with y'all tonight. So we invited Paul to join us, and we're looking forward to what he has to, add, because Paul is like the actor. And we have had so much fun working with such a talented individual. And he knows so much. And we are really looking to bank on all that information he's carrying around with him.
I gotta ask him a question. Did he change his name? So I thought it was supposed to be Paul H.
Which Parker?
H in there.
What's that only show up in the credits?
Oh, well, thank you kindly, Anika. Thank you so much. Oh, we got a check-in from our girl, Vivian. Hey, Vivian. Thank you so much for joining us. So I was trying to give Paul a little time to come in because we have 3 things we are going to be reviewing today. And I wanted everybody to get one of them. And, so we
want 3 things?
Yeah, we have 3. What do you mean, do we have 3 things? Oh, you know what? You so fired.
Completely.
You better be ready for 3 things because we're talking about 3 things today.
I'm back.
Hey, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we can hear you, bro.
We were talking about how talented you are and how blessed we are to have you up in the room with us tonight. And Ainsley had a question for you.
Yo, man, you changed your name, man?
Why you say that?
I thought it was Paul H.
I was being nice. I didn't want to show off.
All right. We got to check it from our boy Serge. Hey, Serge, what's going on? All right. So we are going to start with one of we're going to start with the movie. We got 3. Ainsley, you better be ready, brother.
Oh,
Either
no.
we're going to replace you with Paul H. Okay?
Oh, my bad.
Good time. I tried to watch The Knife. I could not watch The Knife. I'm mad at myself, but I tried to
What?
watch it. Yeah.
What? I
Now
want
we
to
talking about it.
What?
I couldn't.
All right.
I didn't get a chance to watch it.
Okay. Ainsley, did you watch The Knife?
Yeah, I did.
All right. So here's what we're going to do. Shantice, since you suggested that we review The Knife, we're going to give you first dibs. Paul, you just hang out in the background with us. We got Mama Harris in the room with us. Hey, Mama Harris, thank you so much for joining us. Always great to have you. So, Paul, you just hang out and you just pick up on the other 2 shows that we are going to be reviewing. So, wait, we got The Knife, and let me give our little synopsis. After this mysterious appearance of a stranger in their home, a young Black family must deal with the fallout of their choices, big and small, as a steadfast detective tries to crack the case over the course of one fateful night. Now, we've got, only for Stephanie, I only see one familiar face up in here, and that's Melissa Leo. And if anybody is familiar with Homicide: Life on the Street from back in the day, she was part of that cast, and she's really good. I really like her. But as far as the other individuals, the 2 lead roles, I don't know how to pronounce their name except for Aja.
Namdi Asamoah.
Excuse me. Say it again, Paul.
Namdi Asamoah. I think it's Asamoah. I might be saying the last name wrong, but I know it's Namdi. He used to play football for the Raiders.
Oh, excuse us. Well, thank you kindly. See, you're valuable. You're valuable. And that was great for me. Aja Naomi King plays the wife.
She's from How to Get Away with Murder.
Wow. Okay.
Right.
Okay. So Aja plays Alex, the wife, and Namdi plays Chris, the husband, and Melissa Leo plays the detective Carlson, who does all of this interrogation during the movie. And those are really, other than the 2 young girls, Amari Alexis Price, who plays Kendra, and Aiden Gabrielle Price, who plays Riley. Those are really the players in this movie. So, Shantice, let's get some highlights going on.
Oh man, highlights. I love the suspense from like the beginning. I really love the suspense from the beginning. I actually like this is one movie where like the one setting was actually good.
Okay.
There were multiple settings, but this was actually good. The dynamic between the husband and wife, I loved. When things started getting crazy and rocky, it didn't feel like it came too quick. And even though you didn't understand what was going on, because there were parts that they did allow us to see and then parts that they didn't, and then now you have to kind of like draw your own conclusion. I like that also, because again, it didn't leave too much out for you. Just like, what happened? Like, there's been plenty of movies where they try to like have you draw the own conclusion, and then they're gonna come on the backside or the roundabout, like, haha, this is what happened. You're like, no, that was whack, because you didn't leave me with enough to really think anything. So I really like that. What made the whole plot turn was when she went and moved the knife. That just changed the whole entire dynamic of the movie. When the wife went and moved the knife, it was like, why would you do that? And she knew she had no. It's like it made the air so thick in the room that even the daughters were like, "What did you just do?" Even the babies were like, "What did you just do?" And you could tell, like, if he could have cussed her out so good, but he had to keep his composure, because it's like, I can't let these cops see that there's some type of tension between us. Meanwhile, we got a dead woman on our kitchen floor. Like, There's too many hostile situations going on at once. Too many hostile situations. Another highlight for me was, and it made me so mad, but again, it helped to give a little more to the fact that this was only a one-setting movie, was when the lead detective was questioning the daughter without the mother. And then when she went to go do it to the younger daughter, the mother caught on to that one. Because when she was interrogating the older girl, I was like, where are the parents? Like,
yeah, that's so unheard of.
Yes, like she knows she has no business doing that. So when she went to go speak to the baby and the mother was all irate, now the cops are acting like they don't understand why. She's like, because she has no business doing that. So for me, those were one more highlight. When the daughter said, oh, he was smelling, mommy doesn't like when he drinks because he acts like somebody else. You just made a hostile situation worse. Girls, see, this is why they ain't got no business talking to these cops without the parents.
Yeah.
Look at everything that comes out. I was like, no, she did not. So yeah, there were more, but those are my top highlights for me.
Okay. Well, Anika says, yeah, this movie had me on high alert from the beginning. Mm-hmm. I think the music set the tone. I just think that mood, the music, this was one time where all of that played a part. We got to check in from Pastor KL. Hey, Pastor KL, what's going on?
Bro?
Movie.
And Anika says that detective had her own narrative from the jump. Not only her, though. Not only her. Ainsley, what say you in the highlight department? Do you agree that the detective had her own narrative from the beginning?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. I like how it started, the pace at which it was going, and that what actually happened when Chris walked in till, everybody came in. We don't know. It's up to our imagination, but it's amazing that common sense didn't prevail.
And
that
made my heart.
Now, to me, it was a pace, and I gotta say, it was really well done, because it's like a trigger to me when you talk about the cops coming in and their misconduct to me, or the detective and stuff. And in my mind, I'm like, this is why we don't call the cops for nothing. We don't call the cops. You know what I'm saying? We gotta handle stuff ourselves. And yeah, it was about the knife, but really, in essence, it didn't matter whether the knife was there or not. The scenario was going to be, it was going to get Chris. Involved. And something I didn't know just to a moment ago. I didn't know what's his name, Chris. He directed this too.
Yes, he's a very good director. And
okay.
He's directed a few. He's directed a few films.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, you can tell this was no amateur. This was done real. I gotta give kudos to it. Everything, the DP work, everything was really, really done well. But it kind of triggered. I was like, okay, this is why we don't like to call the cops, and the dirtiness, and when she goes to, first of all, when she talked to the I want to talk to the kids individually. No, you're not.
Right. They should have shut that down.
Right then and there, I was like, oh no, that ain't happening. Okay, that's the script. Okay. All right.
But I think when she said that,
that's the script.
I think when she said that, she didn't say it to the parents meaning individual from the parents, meaning she didn't want to talk to the two girls together.
Yeah, but even that whole conversation, I would have shut that down. No, you ain't talking to them.
Yes.
I would shut that down. But okay, script wise. And then, but the real misconduct is, before she goes into the room to talk to the daughter, she says, yeah, the mother is present, knowing doggone well she's not.
Right,
Mhm.
right, right.
So
Mhm.
let
That
me
is the whole
illustrate.
place thrown out right there.
So I was like, here we go. This is
Yeah.
why we don't call the cops, man. This is
Yeah.
why we don't do it, man. Somebody break into my house. That's what we talking about.
Yeah, right, right, right,
What,
right,
what,
right,
what is that
right,
talking about?
right.
It's
What's
like,
all the interrogation? And this woman is laying on the floor in my house.
yeah.
Why are you talking to me? Talk to
And I
her. She dead too bad.
and I, and I got
Guilty.
I gotta say this part too, because it's a white woman.
Mhm. This is I gotta say this part. This is I gotta
You
say
white
this
woman.
part.
All joining you in your pose.
So had it been a sister, with this, it ain't no movie. But
It might have been because it's a script. It's part of the script.
Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, from the beginning, as it was said, from the beginning, the whole tone was set of intensity. There's just as much. So in the beginning, when they started all this melee in bedroom and all this kind of stuff, I was like, I'll give it to that. I don't want to see all of that, just because it just seemed like okay. But when they finally, started with the noise cracking in the background downstairs, blah blah blah, and it actually went downstairs. That's where from that point on, which was very early in the movie, common sense did not prevail. Everything
Right.
they did was off, especially for black people. I gotta tell you, I'm like, who walks around their house in the dark and they hear noise? You don't turn on a light. Now, I will say we are accustomed to walking around our house in the dark if it's just us.
Right.
But when you hear a noise in the background, you see your door open, you don't turn on no light. It was just from the jump, everything was just like, are y'all human? It's like, yo, what are you doing? But the intensity. So, like Shanti said, despite the fact that the setting
It was scripted.
shut up, Paul.
Listen,
Right, and that's how you know it's scripted, because that is definitely not what. Kind of standard, right?
I lost you.
It
Okay.
didn't move. Um, it didn't bother you because the intensity was just there, and it drew you in to just like what's going to happen next type of thing. I do agree that I think because of the script, as Paul says, this detective with her own agenda and her own summarization, as well as the conclusion of the cop. The cop already set the tone for why this was going to go bad anyway. So you got all of this stuff going on. I got a question. How come the kids were not instructed to leave the room? How come y'all didn't take the kids out the room? It's scripted. Paul, just interject anytime.
It's scripted.
Thank you. This is why we when we have situations going on in our homes, we remove the children. How you got all of this going on, and you don't ever tell the kids to leave the room? I was like, but again, it adds to the intensity of the movie, and it keeps your, attention, because now you're really looking like, okay, what's gonna happen? What is somebody gonna say? What are they not? And she's twisting hands, and they're zooming in, so they're paying attention, or they're showing that the detective is. It was really good. It was a really good. It annoyed you, but it was very good. It was very
Yeah.
It was very good. Ainsley, not Ainsley, Paul. Just to interject something here for you who you're on set and you know all of this stuff here.
All that stuff.
I
No,
know.
I don't. No,
What
no,
is
no,
the
no.
benefit?
I've seen them in action. Yep.
No.
Is there a benefit to a narrow, limited setting of a movie?
It draws you in more. You're not worrying about all the scenes and like, oh, we gotta cut to this scene, we gotta cut to it keeps you focused on that one, like that one setting, and you know what's it's not a lot of fluff. I call it fluff, where they say, oh, let's show this, let's show the Coke can and make sure we show this scene. And if it's just that's why I think Namdi did a good, and I didn't see it again, but I think that why Namdi did it in that way is to keep you focused on what's the situation and what's going on.
Okay.
But yeah, the setting, some movies it works, some movies it don't. Like like for that particular thing, and like I said, I did not see it, but from what all of y'all are saying, it seems as though that worked. Did it work? I mean, as all of y'all are saying, it worked, right?
I think it worked because every time you look around, she was looking around. I'm like, why you keep looking?
Right.
How many times you look in the bathroom, in the kitchen, in the bed? How many times you looking?
Yes. Yes.
Add to the frustration and looking at it. I guess you're right. Every day brings.
Yes.
It brought attention that, I mean, like I said, from not even seeing it, when y'all said it was one setting, I was like, wow, okay, so he kind of kept it internal, like it wasn't a whole lot of moving parts in that sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it definitely kept your attention. Thank you so much. Shantice, what do we say? Cons
outside of the annoying lead detective lying, her doing things that would have got the whole case thrown out anyway. Like, you're a detective, when you don't do certain things right, by the time it gets to court, they're gonna poke holes in it and it's gonna get thrown out anyway. Now you're just gonna get mad at yourself.
But it was a black family, so it was a dynamic there.
I mean, yeah, but once, because now don't think that once, because in the end, oh my goodness, the end, con. Oh my.
That's my con.
Did you hear how they twisted the entire story?
That's my con right there.
Did you hear how they twisted the entire story? It went from this man being in his house with his wife and children sleeping and hearing an intruder and whatever happened, because I agree with Pastor Steph, that's what I said. I could have poked her in the eye with a screwdriver. You in my house, guilty. This is an open and shut case. It went from that to, I'm now a drug dealer. She's my customer. And something happened during the drug transaction. And now I done murdered my customer. And now I'm going to jail. I almost fell out when I heard. Biggest con in any movie since American, what was the name of that movie? American Story, American Life, American something. I'm gonna come back with it. Biggest con, I could not believe it. So don't think that once that wife gets to that precinct, she not going to divulge everything. She had my daughter in a corner trying to talk to her by herself. And when I was trying to intervene, the other cop coming back. Oh, they're going to poke holes in that all the way around. I could not believe how they just twisted that whole entire thing. It had everything to do with what Ainsley said. Because she's a white woman. Because had it been another black woman, it wouldn't have mattered all that much. And they just twisted the whole...
Is Steph frozen?
Because I could not believe that. And I'm like, how many people actually caught this ending?
Oh my
disgusted. And you know why I was so disgusted? Because even though this is scripted, this happens every single day.
That's why it triggered. That's why we don't call the cops.
Yes. This is what we
don't call the cops, man.
We do hostile situations on our own.
That's why we don't call the cops.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Ainsley, the con of the movie.
Exactly what Shanti just said. And I kept thinking, okay, I'm looking at how much time is left in the movie. I'm like, okay, when are they going to switch this around? Okay, it's going to come out. Okay, he was later acquitted. The white lady confessed. Yeah, I came in there. Whatever reason. But no, they sent this man to he going under just like that. And I was like, just how another brother. See,
there was nothing to complete that theory, Ainsley. They found no drugs on this woman, no prescription drugs, nothing. How did you? Because you saw him with a label. Oh, I'm sorry, the pill bottle wasn't labeled. Because you found a blank pill bottle in his bathroom, and you saw him trying to fish in the drain for one. Mm-hmm. How am I now a drug dealer and this is my customer? You found nothing on her but the knife that the white.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. This goes shows you, all right, what's common sense to us is criminal common sense to everybody else. And it's just that, like, as four of us here, we all can see the same thing, see everything differently. Somebody would see the same narrative and say, "Oh, Pastor Steph is the killer."
Right.
Pastor Steph need too many naps to kill somebody.
You know what I'm saying? And it definitely was a trigger to me. I was like, because for me, I'm like, I know what we should do, what they don't do, the misconduct, how we should, what thing we should say, and then how we just fall into answering questions, think that we have to answer the question and stuff like that. Oh, it triggered me. Like I said, it triggered me.
Wow.
So this was a very good movie. That kind was, I was like, that's setting the brother up, man.
Big time.
Here we go. But it's reality though. It was a wake up.
Do we give kudos to Nnamdi Asomugha for his
we coming to that. We coming.
Okay.
I gotta find the name of the other movie. Pastor Steph, you know the movie we watched about the black father who was a vet, and Omari Hardwick played in it, and the cop killed the son because he just wanted to make it home safe.
Yes.
Remember? And they took the police station hostage.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes. American.
I'm about to pull it right now.
I can't think of it, but I want to read the comments. Anika says, yes, that was so irritating. The radio dispatch. Yes. I hope for more in the ending. Mm-hmm. And Renee says, all sense ain't coming. Ha 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 ha. So here's my con outside of the ending. My thing was, they just acted suspicious throughout the whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand that, it was a very bad situation to be in, him forgetting, by him taking meds and things like that, he forgets details, and she had to remind him of certain details. And, the fear was he wouldn't give the story the right way, blah, 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 blah. But they just acted sus from the very beginning. They twisted it. They're watching all of this stuff. And unfortunately, it lent to the ability to just design this entire, as they say, cockamamie story. Because as you, Paul, you got to go back and watch this.
Yeah.
Nnamdi's work. You've got to go back and watch this because it's an amazing ending where you're like, oh my God, are you serious? Did they just do this thing? And unfortunately, this is why it behooves us to make sure we do what we need to do. And one of the worst things she could have done that really threw a monkey wrench in this whole situation was move that knife.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the kids that saw you move the knife, the husband knows you moved the knife, you know you moved the knife. And when they were interrogating her, she kept changing her story. She kept talking, it was just so chaotic. It wasn't chaotic. It wasn't chaotic at all. It was a very simple issue that ended badly. And we don't know what happened. But she lent a lot to that confusion, a lot to that narrative that they put in the end because they weren't forthcoming. But they couldn't be forthcoming because she had moved the knife.
Exactly.
So At the end of the
You
day,
know,
don't move the knife.
Don't move the knife.
Don't
yeah, but you
move the
know,
knife and then be
but you know,
scary.
it seemed like even without that, man, it seemed like there was so much investigation going on that didn't
Yes,
have
I
to.
I want the
agree.
knife.
You know,
I agree.
I'm
I
like,
agree
well, you
with
got all
you.
these forensics and stuff like that. Why
I
want to
agree.
walk into the house?
Right. She never left the kitchen. You know, so I know, and that's why I said earlier, I agree with you 100%. All of this stuff that was going, she was in my house. We in our bed clothes in the middle of the night.
Guilty.
She in my house. I don't want to go through all this because I don't feel you need to go through all of this. And had it been a black woman, you wouldn't have been asking all those questions. But I agree with you. But this is why I say we jam ourselves up, because had that knife not been moved, then they could have just told the story. The girls could have told the story. We came in, dad was standing there, mom was standing there, blah, blah, blah. But no, everybody's trying to hold on to all information without saying mom moved the knife. And it just jammed them all up. So, nomination.
He would have been jammed up no matter what. The
Well,
knife
he
played
would
a
have
part.
been, but it wouldn't have been as bad. It wouldn't have been as bad.
Jammed up is jammed up.
No.
Jam. Oh, jam.
I agree it would have been jammed up, but I don't think it would have been as bad. And then maybe that's my naivete.
I agree. I agree.
I don't think it would have been as bad, you know, because what they came up with was, Lord have mercy, crazy.
Because you don't know, they don't say why, you know, how she, you know, did she get a bump at her head? Was it a bruise? Did she say she was assaulted? None of that. All it is that he had supposed drugs in the house, and he has a knife. And there's no, and all the stories don't exactly line up. But in reality, never does all the stories kind of add up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own version of what happened.
Listen, Ainsley, the truth is the truth.
Yeah, of course it is.
The truth, then nobody's stories differ. Follow what I'm saying? I get what you're saying. You got 9 eyewitnesses. Everybody sees something different. It's almost like the Bible. Everybody's a different story told. It's the same story told from different directions. So I agree with
Right.
you.
Okay. Right.
But I believe that they really messed themselves up by that one little bit. Paul, don't move the knife. If she on the floor, don't move the knife. Just don't move the knife, Paul. Don't move the knife.
I want the knife.
Don't move the knife. All right. Nominations. Shantice. Any?
I would give what's his name? The leading guy.
Chris.
Namdi.
Namdi.
Asamoah.
Asamoah. I would give him nomination for lead.
Okay.
I think he did really good.
All righty. Anything else?
I think the daughters did pretty good. Especially the one who played the oldest. They didn't look. I think they were maybe like what, 2 years apart or something.
Like,
But the oldest one, I think she did really good during the scene when the detective was trying to speak to her, but the mother was right there. And then it got to a point where her anxiety started kicking in and she started hyperventilating and all that. I think she did really good with that. So I would give her for supporting, because they didn't really have too much up until like those 2 scenes when the detective was speaking to them.
Okay.
But I would give them supporting actress.
Okay.
So
Okay.
They were cute. It looked like it could have been fun working with them, like to get those lines out and those scenes together. They don't look like, it looked like they were learning some real professionalism.
Okay. All righty. Ainsley.
For this one, I say give all the black actors they're nominated. Fernando from the acting and directing. I give it to King for best actress and the 2 kids. I think they did a really good job.
Okay. I'm with you. I'm actually looking, and Namdi was a co-writer here, so I definitely Gives him nod. He did an excellent job. I think the directing was excellent because he kept that intensity going, and there were no lulls, there were no peaks and valleys. Just through the entire movie, you just keep focused on just what's going to happen. And if this is his writing debut, his directing debut, I think he really deserves his props, and as well as all the supporting actors as well. So I definitely, and Nika, please make sure you take note of that. Kick it or click it, Shantice.
Click it.
All righty. Ainsley, kick it or click it. All right. And I say click it, click. Look at Paul. He's got his click it. Paul's got the insider information, as we knew he would. Thank you so much. Renee's laughing at the All Blacks. Yes, click it. The Knife was well done. It's a Stars movie. You want to go catch it. It is definitely a level of intensity that you definitely want to experience and that you will enjoy. All right, we got some trivia going on. Shantice always manages to get us this trivia. So let's take a look at what they have prepared for us tonight.
Trivia. Oh.
Dum.
Like working with Lorenz on South
Lorenz treated Lorenz don't even like me.
Why do you say that? Don't say that.
I used to try so hard to get his approval. One time I started rapping. We had a break on the show on South Central.
Mm-hmm.
The audience break when the director is changing the set around and he's let the audience kind of fend for themselves and the comedian comes out and he talks to the audience. So during the break, they had like a talent show, like a little freestyle moment. I came out and I freestyled. And that's like the only time Lorenz paid attention to me. He did not really pay attention to me at all.
So you wanted his attention, though.
I guess it's my job to get brownie points from like the leading guy. If I'm the girl, I don't want him to hate me.
Yeah. From like the audience standpoint, it looked as if like y'all had great chemistry. Because the acting was top tier.
We had decent chemistry. We had okay chemistry.
I think that role
it
of
wasn't
Nicole,
like Tyrese. It was okay. I bet if I saw him today, we'd be good friends. We don't have bad blood or anything like that, but I just remember I just didn't feel good enough for him. Arsenio Hall asked him who was the prettiest girl in Hollywood, and he said Jada Pinkett. And I was like, okay.
But how did that make you feel?
Yeah, my heart my heart sunk. No, honestly, really? I did. It did a little bit. It hurt a little bit. It was like, okay, so. Yeah. And this was like before Inkwell even came out. I was up for Inkwell.
So you went against Jada?
Yeah.
Oof.
I know, right?
That was tough.
I know, right?
But do you think he like might have said it for political reasons?
He might have said it just to make me mad. I don't know. I couldn't figure him out. I can never figure Lorenz out. I never really figured him out. I didn't know what God had in store for me, but it was much better than Lorenz. I got to work with LL Cool J, so I don't care. I mean, I got a way better leading man out of it, I think.
All right. A very interesting interview. Paul, we're going to give you first dibs at this. What's your thought on what was said?
Oh, I mean, see, a lot of times when I watch stuff like that, I think that they're saying stuff to, bring the audience, like to get clicks. So that's my thought of what I saw. But I pull my hair. Anyway. God bless her. But the interview. I mean, I'm trying to be nice without being nice.
Yo, this is us. Spit it out.
No, I understand, but it's just I mean, the interview went as well as it could go. Like I said, I think a lot of the stuff that people say on these podcasts and stuff like that is just stuff to get people to remember them. Ooh, my you know, and then they turn it on and listen to what they're saying, and you know, because she's been through a lot of things. So
okay.
that's my 2 cents on that one.
I so hate you. I so hate you. All right, Ames, what you got?
When you first came up, I was like, who is she?
Okay. Because she's getting a lot of, and her voice is different. Yeah.
Yeah. But listening to it though, I'm like,
she's been through some things.
Okay, yeah, I granted. To me, it just sounded like, you know, a young girl who just lacked a lot of confidence, self-esteem, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe a little starstruck, you know, or had a that was her heartthrob, so to speak, you know, and he didn't return the favor, you know. So that's what I kind of hear. You know, you just talking about stuff, and I would bet like Lawrence, he's not even thinking about it, never thought about it like that. He's gonna look at that and go, really? Oh wow, my bad. So yeah, I was like, it's just, you know, but it was young back then, right? They had
they were kids.
Yeah, come on now, teens, early 20s, come on. So,
and she's done been through some things.
Thank you, Paul, for the reminder. Oh my goodness. All right, Shantice, what you got?
I agree with the whole clickbait thing that's going on now. Well, that's been a trend and it's heightening now. For me, specifically with Maya Campbell, because she's been through some things, and I've kind of followed somewhat when she was the street addict. And now it seems like she's getting her opportunity to like kind of do what she hasn't been able to do, like people, you know, within that arena. So, you know, she was the teen, you know, star, and the Lorenz Tates and the Tia and Tamaras and all of that. Even if they were like a Lorenz who never really went down, or like a Tia and Tamara, they were kind of typecast, or whether you were here and then we wouldn't hear from you and then, oh, you're in something else. They've been able to kind of, stay in the momentum because of what she's been through. She hasn't been. So now it's like, she's been doing a few interviews with just her being able to speak about who she worked with and how that was, and who, you know, was willing to help her. And, you know, I haven't really heard her talk down about anyone. To me, she wasn't talking down about him. It was just more of like, it kind of caught her maybe a little off guard, because she's probably figuring out like, okay, well, we all here working together. We're like peers, and where I'm pretty and you look good and we're playing boyfriend and girlfriend, and I'm kind of expecting this, you know, chemistry to be a little different. And like she said, and then, because I think, yes, that was definitely before the whole her and Tyrese music videos thing. And then now I done worked with like a Tyrese, and that was different. And then I'm on In the House, and, you know, that was different. And to watch Lorenz Tate blow up into, because Lorenz Tate was popping from then. Lorenz Tate always been popping. But to watch him, you know, grow up and blow up to who he is, it wasn't really like interesting to me. It wasn't like how we saw when the other trivia video with the one who played the little boy in Jason's Lyric, and he was talking about how him and Jada Pinkett was mad cool on set, but then she acted real standoffish when they were on Oprah, and he was like, what's that about? That was like a whoa. This to me wasn't like a whoa, it was just more like, okay, kids are working, and it's almost like we in school, and I'm thinking we all on the same, you know, kind of like level as sense, but you kind of a little standoffish. That's how it kind of came across to me. But I've been kind of enjoying listening to her as she's been on different podcasts talking about her experience with working with people, because it hasn't been like this whole bashing stayed. I think mainly too because she knows she ain't in a position to do that. But anything she's been saying has been seeming genuine. So this was just like it was interesting for me mainly because I was into South Central. Like this household was into that show when it was out, a show way before its time, like way before its time. So to hear anything coming from that show already has me like, what happened? What happened? What happened? Because it definitely
South Central was that show though.
It was, but it was so before its time. No one knew how to handle it.
But maybe I'm not into it like that.
Get into YouTube. Go back to watch it. It was a very good show.
Yes, it's on YouTube. Yes.
Yes.
I don't feel compelled to go back and watch that though right now.
Nah, you have to go back. It was really one of those shows that did not know what to do with that show at all, because you had what's her name who played the mother? She's a veteran. You had Lorenz Tate. You had the one who played Tasha, the sister, who she was starting up, but she wasn't no slouch. You had features on there like Michael Beach. Like you had people on there. You had Clifton Powell. You had Jennifer Lopez. You had and then the whole plot of the show, the one who played the father, even though he was only in that one episode, but I forgot his name. But
I'm looking away.
Oh my gosh.
It only went one season.
It was only one season. What happened was they started. It made it seem like it was going to be a comedy, and then it became serious. And then once it became serious, real life things. Once it became like real life, it was like, oh no, we can't watch this. Oh, turn this off, cut it off.
It was too mature. It was too mature for the network.
Oh my.
It was too mature for the networks. Like watching how now all of these streaming services are now showing documentaries from shows from back in the day, and how they had to fight to get the shows on the major networks and what they had to do to keep them on the major networks and how they got dropped. That's just confirmation that the networks didn't know how to handle. Handle market upkeep a show of that caliber and that had those actors and actresses. They were whack. They didn't know what it had. It been
cancel the show. Bill, you need to cancel it. Cancel it now.
Like now it could be like on Stars or HBO Max or something. It would have been a whole lot. BET Plus. It would have been a whole lot better. A whole lot better.
It was before its time. We got Renee says, say it, Paul. And KL says, I like this guy, Paul. And Renee says he was probably looking at her like she's a young girl. And that's what I was saying. They were all kids, and stay in the child's place. So here's the thing.
Tell him I'll send him a check for saying he likes me.
It's interesting because Shatish, you said something about, how I have, after this, I have no desire to see her at all. Here's the thing, and I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this, and it may not. I want you all to take it in its proper context. Follow me. So they say there are 2 times life is stunted. 1, when you go to jail, and 2, when you use drugs. They say that people never progress and mature much past the point of when they started to use drugs or when they went to jail. That's what this sounds like. Not insulting, but for me, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like she's still kind of stuck in that era, in that time of life where she was because she was the cute face. If he said that Eartha Kitt was the most beautiful person, then that's who it would have been. Why would you possibly take that personal? I don't care whether you were on a set, a show, or whatever with him. If that's who he felt, that's who he felt. But it sounded like it's what you said, Ames, where that was the heartthrob, and she was insulted when he didn't reciprocate those thoughts, because he could have also said something to the effect of, well, I would pick Jada Pinkett, but Maya, she's my girl, she's beautiful, just kind of give her any notoriety, any notice at all. And being that he didn't, and it sounds like she's kind of stuck there. And that's what I said. I'm not saying it insultingly. I'm saying it because that's how it came across to me. I have no desire to listen to any more of her interviews at all, because if this is where she's gonna be, I feel very bad because she went through, Paul, say it.
Oh, she's been through some things.
Okay, so considering that she's been through some things, I feel my heart goes out to her. Lost her mom, which was really someone very, very close to her. And
what is happening here?
Is that Renee?
Is that Renee?
Hey, Renee.
She made it to the movie theater.
So I'm listening and I'm saying, it sounds like, that's when she was a child. She hasn't matured much. She throw, to me, it was like a shot over, I found a better leading man. It wasn't no leading man. Who was leading man? He was LL Cool J, the housekeeper. It wasn't only leading man. So, I think, that's what it was. It wasn't like it wasn't equal.
Technically, he was the leading man. It was his show, but
he was the landlord.
I'm not gonna go through that.
He was the housekeeper.
He was the landlord. He owned the building.
But he was the star of the show. It was almost the same thing like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That's really what it was.
For me, it's two different camels here. It's a camel and a horse. So I do understand the premise, but Shatish, you could continue to listen to her. Please do not bring any more of her interviews back here. We ain't playing. That's right.
But honestly, she had some self-image things going on with her.
Some issues.
And that's why the things that went on with her was the things that went on with her, because she'd been through some things, obviously. But those are the reasons that
I understand. And don't bring none of her videos back here.
Don't do it, Shantice. Don't do it.
No.
I like this one because it was about South Central. Oh. Not about.
I don't care what it's about. Don't bring it back.
Not about her.
I don't care her, anything she's in.
If you don't like this, you definitely wouldn't been able to take when she first got clean. Goodness gracious. And they had her speaking to her daughter.
Well, let her go through her things.
She went through
and,
to try to fix her life.
We'll do a pray for them with her as the person, because I do I'm not being funny. I wish her well. I really do, because she's been through a lot. She really has. But please don't bring her back. I ain't interested. Okay. Do we have another trivia, by the way?
No.
Okay. So thank you for that trivia piece. Okay. All right. So, Paul, did you see The Singers?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So wait. I gotta go. I gotta do my thing. The Singers. I gotta give the plot. All right. So there's no information about the Singers.
Because it was only an 18-minute movie.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. An impromptu sing-off will decide the best singer in the bar tonight. And it stars Chris Smither, Will Harrington, Judah Kelly. I don't personally recognize anybody in this small ensemble. They have no pictures of anybody in IMDb, so they do not help you identify anybody. All right, Paul, the highlights.
Oh my goodness. Where can I start? There was a highlight of singing. That's really what it was. That was I'm telling you that the highlights of the whole 18 minutes was the fact of this sing off. That was really it. It started off like a basic movie where they was in a bar and people was talking and having conversations, and then this one guy kept coming up to people asking them for money, It was the whole highlight was the sing off.
Okay. All right.
You know, this it's 18 minutes. It's not a lot of, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Ainsley.
Okay.
The singers highlights.
Just what Paul said. You know, I was scanning through it. You know the synopsis. I was like, one night, let me check this out. Right. When I started watching it, I didn't know it was a short.
Okay.
So after when it got to all this singing and the brother sang, and then the guy came out the bathroom and he belted out, I was like, wow. Oh, that's the end of the movie?
No, you forgot about the opera singer at the end.
That's what I mean. Yeah, he came out the toilet.
That wasn't the guy. That guy left.
I thought he came back in.
No, he never came back in.
No, that was someone guy. Different.
And that was someone different.
Oh, okay.
The first guy in the bathroom.
Out of nowhere, he started belting
yes.
opera, and I'm like, okay, I'm here. I seen it.
Here.
The highlight was the singers. I mean, the singers.
But
the highlights for you, Shantice.
The highlight for me was the guy singing the song from Ghost. What's the name of that song?
Oh, as time goes by. Oh,
yeah.
Change of melody, I think.
Yeah, the Ghost song. That part. Okay. That was a highlight for me. He really sang that song. He tore that song down.
Okay.
Down.
Okay.
Other than that, I mean, the outside of this supposed to be a single for everybody smoking like truck drivers and drinking beer. I'm like, well, what kind of single is this supposed to be? When this looks like a rehab session. I mean, you know, okay. So I'm like, I know, you know, I never frequented bars to that degree where, now I'm a regular, but that was a little interesting for me. But that would be my highlight. That guy like really singing that song, and it was like he was holding it in, like to sing or not to sing. That is the question. Should I sing? Like he was sitting behind that bar, really like contemplating, and then it just came out of nowhere. And I'm like, oh, okay, here we go.
Okay, all right. Anika says, I believe about the last movie, she says, yeah, Arrested Development. Viv says, the singers were good. I did not know it was a shorty film. I was like, wait, that's it? Anika says, I said the same thing at Viv. Vivian says, the highlight was the black guy that sung the gospel song, which was the Change of Melody song. And everybody hugged him at the end. Kenny says, that was mine. Vivian says, the highlight was all the money hanging from the ceiling, and they never got robbed. A nigga says, but the men conveyed a lot in their silence and songs. They all went through some things. Says, yes. I got it. Okay, that was a good one, Anika. That was a good one. We should have let Paul say that part. And Anika says, yes, the bartender's song was moving. And Vivian says, the guy who started playing the piano, did you appreciate that pastor? Laugh. Oh, okay, Vivian. All right, I guess I appreciated that. Cons, Paul.
I'm trying to be nice again. I'm sorry.
No, they don't know us. They not coming to my house.
Too, bro.
And even if they did, we ain't on no major network. We don't care. Meaning, can nobody control what we say or
listen,
what we don't?
We may be on a major network, so you got to be nice.
Oh no, yeah, Paul has to be nice because he's gonna be on a major network.
But nobody's nice on the major networks anymore. This ain't 98. everybody's doing what they want nowadays.
We all being streamed right now.
He got credentials he got to protect. I understand, bro.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. I understand. Okay, so be nice, Paul. What were the cons?
Cons were the fact that it was called The Singers. It was a sing-off. The cons were they sang, but it was a short film. So what was the whole point of The Singers? I mean, what was the whole point of the short? It was a short film. So I get the fact that it was a short film, but there was no real. Once the opera singers sang, once the guys started singing opera, I was gone. I was like, why did we go here? Like, oh no, y'all could have left it. Y'all could have left it at everybody hugging, which I didn't understand that either.
He had to let it be known he could sing too, and that's the only song he knew.
But
okay,
like it went from
good question.
Yes, you know what I'm saying. It was. You saw. I mean, y'all all saw the end. Like that when the opera guys started singing. What did we all think?
Why? Why?
Why? That's what I said.
Why?
They could have left it at them all hugging, and it would have said the end, and I would have been all right with it. But once the opera guy started singing, it was like,
wait, but Paul, now you know they can't let the black person be the last one to have the last word.
Why we got to go there? Why we got to go there?
I'm just saying. The black man tore the house down. He tore the house.
This is an Academy Award nominated film.
Wow! I couldn't believe that when I saw this thing there.
Not surprising. The Oscars at that.
It is? I didn't realize that.
Yes.
It's an Academy Award.
With the ribbon, Ainsley, with the ribbon. How you missed the ribbon?
Yo, we do our camera, go do something,
right.
Man.
That's right. You know, we could do a lot of things. But we've been through some things.
All right, Ains. Cons.
Oh boy.
It was 18 minutes, and when it ended, I was like, "What?" I thought we were gonna get some more storyline. When I started watching, I didn't know it was 18 minutes. So I'm like, okay, just some singing, but there's gonna be some more, huh? But it ended. I was like, oh, okay. At that point, I'm glad it ended then. All right.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Shatice, cons.
Did he wash his hands before he looked about that bar? I just thought about it. I don't remember that part. I remember him singing in the store.
Oh my God.
And then a shot of him standing outside the bathroom listening to the serenade, and then him walking off into the moonlit night. I ain't hear no water running. That was kind of disturbing for me.
Right.
And I knew it was only 18 minutes, but there's always time to wash your hands.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
You don't even know that. You're talking about a whole different genre.
This is why I'm gonna always have to stay indie, because I can't be somewhere without asking these questions. I mean, it's very concerning.
Bathroom hygiene.
Yes. And listen, when you a singer and you're in a bathroom with the acoustics, you'll do whatever to stay in the bathroom with the acoustics. So if that means you sit on the toilet a little longer, you wash your hands a couple of extra times, because you in there singing. Who rushes out for where the sound is the best? I don't know. It's a little frightening. Another con. How was the money sticking up on the wall? Was that gum?
Probably.
I don't want that $100 bill.
No, definitely wasn't.
Ain't no drunk people using no glue. Ain't no drunk people. This how we know Pastor Stuff ain't never been in no bar. Ain't no drunk person who blew in the bar. What? No. That was gum. They could have had that, Benjamin. Keep that. Y'all go ahead, because y'all gonna need that 100 to buy something to sterilize your skin with after you didn't touch a whole. I'm serious. These are the things I was like, okay. Because listen, when you're in that setting, again. Okay, and another con was and it goes back to what Ainsley always brings up a lot of times: the realism of it. The realism. This man is on a ventilator in the bar. You
smoking a cigarette
and
drinking. You gotta remember, he was drinking.
What do you mean you miss his singing? It's been gone. He's on a ventilator. When was the last time you heard him sing? What? What? And then to the point where you walk down the bar and put him on to the challenge. I just ain't been in these bar settings. And I done been towed up a few times, okay? I don't know. So those would be the cons for me. I'm your child, Renee. Renee says, whose child is this?
Oh my goodness. All right. Vivian says, cons, it was a short film. Cons, the guy who walked out without singing, shaking my head, missed opportunity. A nigga says, I wanted to see who won the bet and if they were going to use the money on the ceiling. Oh my gosh.
Why?
Hold on, Mess. Kale says, do y'all need me to sing? No more singing. No more singing for the singers. No more.
Wait, it's Black History Month. You need one black person to end the night with the singing.
No,
we done with the sing on this one.
No.
Sorry, bro. We done. We done for the night.
Yes, that's no more singing. Renee says, whose child is this? Talking about Shantice. All that in 18 minutes. Yes. Oh my goodness, Shantice, Anika says. So, if you noticed, I stayed clear of the
review.
Hand washing.
Highlights. There was no highlights for you, huh?
I stayed clear of that. Cons. 5 words.
Were you trying to say there was no highlights?
No. Don't you ever bring that back here again, Ainsley. You with Shantice. Do not bring that back here anymore.
That's 9
words.
No.
That was 9 words.
I got 2 words. Simply useless. I was so mad. First of all, it wasn't a short film. It wasn't a film.
That was a long commercial. That was a Super Bowl commercial.
Yes, it was no film. Who lied and told us that this was a film? Got my lips all wet, ready to do movie.
No, it was an Oscar-nominated short film.
No.
We made longer films than that in communication class in high school.
Category. Total nonsense. It was horrible. It was horrible. I hated it.
So here we go. What's common sense to us is not common sense to some other body.
This is
Oscar nomination right here.
That's a past common sense.
What she said.
What? Total nonsense?
I hope nobody wrote that. Wait, somebody wrote that?
It was an Oscar-nominated short film. That means somebody wrote it.
Oh God.
That wasn't improv?
Here's the thing.
No, it was not.
Directed it.
You know what? Ainsley, you are forbidden.
Hated it.
Another movie on this My 2 Cents platform.
The first thing I did, Pastor Steph, when I went to it the other night, the first thing I saw was 18 minutes. I got mad and just turned from Netflix altogether. I didn't even watch nothing else on Netflix. I went and watched something on Prime, I think, or something else. It was like 18 minutes.
I'm going back and listen.
What is happening here?
You know what we could have done in 18 minutes? And it would listen. Unity Productions, Charities Unlimited in 18 minutes with Paul H up in the front headlining. Yo, that would have been I would have been a slamming 18 minutes. Ainsley on the keyboard, slamming 18 minutes. Shantice and KL singing, slamming 18 minutes. Renee doing her acting thing, slamming 18 minutes. This was trash. Utter trash.
And I would not have been singing in a bar that had glue.
This was an Oscar-nominated short film. You cannot talk bad about an Oscar-nominated short film.
Oh my gosh, it was.
From
I
the
could
Academy.
not believe. I couldn't believe I had just sat through that. I couldn't believe it.
Wait. Y'all needed to have seen. I'm mad I did not have my phone on me when Pastor Steph was watching it. I walked those. And she was watching it, and I looked at her face. I don't know what made me look at her face, because I intentionally do not watch anything we review with her, because I don't want her to see my turn that off. What happened there? This is dumb. I don't want her to see none of that, right? When I glanced over at her face, she has such like I'm ready to put whoever on punishment right now. Like her face was just so like, and I just laughed and came on back downstairs. But that, I've never witnessed her facial expression like that. And we done seen some horrible movies now. We done seen some things. We've been exposed to some things.
I'll say this. I'd rather watch this 18 minutes of this
Then Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer.
I watched 5 hours
This
of
was an
Oppenheimer.
Oscar-nominated short film. You cannot talk about these things. The Academy will get us all.
No, you don't talk about it. I'm talking about it. It was utter trash. And you know what? I would watch 5 hours of Oppenheimer.
Nah. I'd rather watch.
I wasn't. This was an Oscar-nominated film. Don't even. They don't let them talk about it. Academy.
Oh my gosh. All righty. On to Mayor of Kingstown.
Oh.
The last episodes in season 1. Ainsley, you got first dibs on this one.
Oh my gosh. Mayor of Kingstown. Talk about picking up speed.
Woo!
8, 9, and 10. Boy, did we see some action going on in here. First of all, and then was episode 8. Episode 7 ended like he's in the woods looking for some piece of metal.
Right.
I'm thinking it's like a metal briefcase or a box or something like that. Some money in it. Episode 9, it's a whole school bus, and I'm like, who's able to get a whole yellow school bus in the ground with 26 bodies in it?
Yeah.
And it, that's what kicked off and whatnot. So, started with that, and we see Mike getting into some real fisticuff action going after Iris. I was like, this like the white boy bad. He's doing his own windshield of his car.
Yes.
He's a Ghostbuster.
And we discussed it before. Highlights. Here we go again. When you don't keep your word, you're dishonest.
Right.
This whole riot, is that because you don't keep your word.
Right.
At least when you're in, your word means something. You didn't because the inmates, they're in, you can just dishonor them and do what you want to do, but there's not going to be any repercussions.
Right.
Well, you chose something different.
Yep.
And did they do it. And what's his name? Milo. I think it's Milo.
Yes.
He's so sophisticated.
Yeah.
Nah, you need the green key to get to it.
Right.
Let me see where the ammunition is at over here.
Yes.
Let me show you that. And what was getting to me with all this riot going on, Mike don't know what's going on. He's up in the woods with Iris.
Yes.
They
Yes.
get nice and cozy in the woods and stuff like that. But it was so much action going. I was wondering if I forget his name, Mike's brother, when it was Kyle. I was wondering, were they going to make it out? I was questioning whether they were actually going to make it out and whatnot. But this was action packed. These 3 episodes and whatnot. It was good. It was good.
Okay. Brother Paul, what you got? Episodes 8, 9, and 10.
Listen, he said it all, like right there. You know what I mean? Like, as I always say, things always come from other things. So I always think of The Shield when I watch that. I also think of like Oz. Okay. That's some deep. People don't remember that stuff.
Yeah.
Oz. They like mixed all of it together, but like he said, all the stuff he said was pretty much like crazy. Like the whole school bus thing, and what was the cigarette thing? You know what I'm saying? Like they stuck cigarettes in their nose before they climbed into the
block.
I know. I was just like, of all things, cigarette butts. Like, okay, Yeah. I was like, that was just crazy to me. But and then the girl, they was just passing that poor girl around like.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Up. Yeah.
You're like, no. You need this.
Oh my goodness! We're acting out.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God!
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, but like Ainsley said, everything that was like that show is definitely all right. Season 2, I have to start watching. So, but yeah, there was a lot of stuff that in there was just craziness.
Okay. Shantice, episodes 8, 9, and 10, wrapping this up.
I'm still trying to figure out why I couldn't get through this the first 2 times I tried to get into Kingstown. Maybe it wasn't meant for me too. Maybe it wasn't meant for me because I really tried. That young CO was a complete bozo, capital bozo.
Where they get him from?
I blame the powers that be.
Oh.
They knew he couldn't handle nothing, and you thought switching him to the women's prison was going to be better. You might as well left him there to try to kill another inmate in the men's prison.
Or get killed.
Okay? Right, or get killed. You go over there and immediately get caught up with an inmate like you don't get to leave that place. Now I can see if you ain't, it would still be dumb, but it's not like you're held there hostage like they are. You get to leave every day. Like, how you all mesmerized by someone who's in jail? And then you're having unprotected sex with someone who's in jail. You don't know what this girl did prior to being in there, while she's been in there. You know nothing.
I forgot about that part.
Capital bozo. I don't understand how you crying rape. Were you prepared to get raped? What you doing with a pencil? Maybe that's just me. Okay. That was just dumb. Oh my goodness, Iris. Oh my goodness. I so felt, they just tore her little body up and apart. And you can tell that this was a new level for her. And she was used to the sexual abuse and stuff, but this was a whole other level. And I'm so happy that Mike did them the way that they did. And I love how he did it. She thought like, wait, you bringing me back here? Like, wait, what? And I don't even think her thing was you bring me back here. It was just like, I'm back here. Not like you're bringing me here. And like Ainsley said, shot him through the windshield and killed everybody up in the house, including the girl good. Because they just tore her little body up. Shout out to Bunny who called Mike and didn't, try to take her for himself, but it really showed how even though him and Mike act like brothers, they love each other, but then they'll cuss each other out and beat each other up when they don't like what the other one is doing. Really showed that, we really looking out for each other. That whole riot, that wasn't even a riot. That whole Menace to Society mixed with Shawshank Redemption mixed with a cafeteria in the school. Like that. No, I couldn't even say Oz because I didn't watch Oz faithfully, but the little episodes I did pick they weren't this immature. I felt like I was watching.
They were.
I felt like I was watching a bunch of elementary kids where they just blew up all the teachers. There's no one governing them, and now everybody that ran out into the schoolyard. They got on the bulletproof vest. They got on the hats. They done stole the guns. They just like a bunch of kids. They didn't got the mattresses out there. It's like people who ain't never been nowhere, ain't never had nothing, ain't never did nothing. And to watch how they had the CEOs tied up, how they had Michael Beach and the other one, the other short pudgy one. And Ed. Yes, Ed, and he ended up, the way he ended up dying was just like, oh, they got him. He killed him right before the cavalry got there. Like,
he needed to go. I'm sorry.
He did. He killed him first.
Yeah, because I mean, he was overdoing it. He really overdid it. Like it was a long time coming. But that whole thing was just like, what just happened for them to, the inmates to be able to get Kyle and all of them, because that's where it started. It's just like, are y'all not up on y'all game enough? Like, how is it, like, what's happening here? It's, y'all are not outnumbering them enough. It's like y'all are too laid back, y'all too casual. From my understanding, this is a maximum security prison. Y'all too casual for me. There's no way they should have been able to get y'all like this. And now they done got into, how y'all get into the places that's locked? The booths. They done got their way up in there. They opening up the doors and got their hand on the keys. Now they got their hands on the weapons. It was just like, now they're on the Underground Railroad. They don't know if they're gonna make it out. I was just like, this is just crazy. The mother, she about to have a brain aneurysm because now she done found out Pal is up in there and she done told Mike, don't go. Mike said, Ma, shut up, I'm gonna go. You just sit there and chill, don't talk to nobody. The mother talking to people anyway. It's just like, what? Nobody's listening. Everybody's doing what they want to do. Mike went there yet again and saved the day. But that whole thing was just like, the way they did the uncle was crazy. So they transferred the nephew, got him in the women's prison, and got the uncle there. Yeah. That was just like, why? Like they said, it was like a easy put together. The nephew and uncle got killed at the same time. How are we not believing that this is related? This isn't, like a payback or something. So this was just like, you could tell these inmates they didn't have some meetings. I don't know when, I don't know how.
In the yard.
Yeah, and they done playing this thing out, and it didn't matter who was Crip, who was Blood, who was White, who was Red. It was they're the enemy, and now we got to get at them.
Yeah, Monkey figured it out.
Yeah,
figured it out.
Yeah,
that whole thing was just like, wow.
It was synchronized and organized chaos.
Yes,
they knew exactly how these guys would act. They knew, given an opportunity, how this pandemonium was going to actually, play out. And, for everything that everyone said, my highlight was when the young when the young CO got killed. Kill him. I'm sick of him. Just kill him. I'm tired of him. I'm tired of him. He's just as stupid as the day is long. There is no way in the world somebody could be so ignorant. No way in the world. But here's what I did love, because I asked the same question you mentioned, Shantice. I'm saying to myself, well, wait a minute. You were supposed to be raped. And there are no defensive wounds. There's no, signs that you tried to fight back or him grabbing you. So I was glad that they had actually spotted, but they're going to look for these type of things. But the mother, very naive, for her to even question, you really think that this was set up? Yeah. You were married to it. Your husband, your sons were in this thing here. This should not be a surprise to you.
Right.
But I actually loved the climax. I think this was one of the best season endings that I have ever seen. Like you said, Ace, it picked up speed and it took off. You didn't feel like you missed anything. It didn't feel like oh, you could have paid attention to this a little bit more, or you could have shown this a little bit more. I literally cried when it came to Iris.
Oh my God.
I could not take it. I thought about her when she got there and he said, "I give you a year." And she later said, "I didn't last a month." And for that to now elevate into something that of that magnitude.
Yes.
Getting this chip removed. It was like, what can a person go through? And when she was actually describing in the car with Mike, the levels of, what she thought, how she perceived it, and it actually really was. I thought that was monumental, and I really hope that there are others that just that one little segment, because that's a lot. It said a lot where your head is this way, but yet when you really look at it, it's really coming from a different angle. Hindsight is 2020, but I think, like I said, this was one of the best season endings.
Yes,
it started from episode 8. Like you said, Ains, with the bus, and just took off.
And it just kept going. I mean, everything with it. I mean, even the inmate, the female inmate, when they brought McCarthy, the mother, in, even her explanation, she said,
yes, that breakdown.
And then she was like, "What is the truth? You keep changing and you hear our story, taking advantage of, and this, and this." And you can, and that kind of mentality, you can just see, well, this CO, he was taking advantage of her too.
Right, he did.
So
with his hungry loins.
Yeah.
Well, even from when he was staring at her when she was in the cell naked, and I'm like, what is with the? Why are you trying to memorize this? Wait, you get to leave.
He was a stupid kid.
Yes.
And let me tell you something. He was destined for doom. I don't care where you put him. You could have put him in a nursery.
Veterinarian.
In the nursery.
He was stupid. Just a stupid kid. All right. We got the cons or distractions. Ainsley.
A con. Oh, the old CO who was on the watchtower. No, he was the same one that shot the black guy in the first place, mistakenly, right? And then he gonna shoot the state,
National Guard guy,
National Guard and whatnot.
Yes.
And I'm like, you just a glutton for not doing anything right.
Right.
He's just as bad as the CO. The other the young CO. It's just where did I hide these people from? You know what I'm saying?
People need jobs, man. People need jobs. It don't matter what they just need jobs. All of them.
That's the
problem. Be qualified, bro.
Even if they don't know what they're doing, they need jobs.
Wow.
I need
especially in areas like that where it's so remote and they ain't got nothing else but the prisons to employ them.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. That's why didn't I say y'all can have them small towns? Because it's just nothing to do. No, I need the busyness. Give me the frustration. Give me the options. Because this here is just too much.
Bubba, where's the moonshine?
Right.
I need the moonshine, Bubba.
That's your only alternative. Right. Any other cons, Ains?
Everything was no kind. Cause I can say it picked up so much, man. It kept on going. It was like, my thing though, I didn't understand though. This was a good one though. When on the Black Hawk, when they picked up the phone and it showed that Mike's name was on the phone, and he was like, "Oh well, let me drop this and this buff
in the acid."
In the acid. What you doing? Oh no, I mean, oops.
Got rid of that evidence.
No, that's right. That's cool. That was good. That was a good.
We look out for each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I'm with all of y'all in consensus. The CO was like absolutely an idiot. Even in the early episode where he got beat up, there it was so the CO, oh my God, but good writing. You need somebody to be that scapegoat idiot in the thing that makes people go, yo, kill him, please. Why?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Shantice, what's your con or distractions?
Distractions. People's priorities are all messed up. I'm trying to figure out how you done got this girl to do all of these illicit, immoral, sexual things with, but can't nobody clean out no bathtub. What are y'all in there doing? No, that girl had to go and run in to hide. That was the only way she could hide, but she couldn't really hide. Up in there, everything in there was just. You made her feel filthy, physical. Everywhere she opened her eyes is just nasty. Everywhere. When Mike went in there to avenge her, and he went in the bedroom and just saw the blood all over the comforter. Everything was just, everything was just filthy. And I'm like, how is it that y'all put your mind to commit these type of, any crime, and to commit these type of crimes, but y'all don't take care of, it just really goes to show how everything else gets skipped, because there ain't no time to clean and be hygienic and do this. Obviously, there's no time to do that. Now this girl also has all of that. So now when Mike took her to his cabin, now she gets to get cleaned up physically, and when she opens her eyes from waking up. Remember the scene when she was just like, I need you to do something for me, and she just needed to lay on his chest and cry? It was just like, now I'm also doing this in a setting to where we ain't in no trailer park.
Right.
We're not in a nasty setting like this. Like, we're remote, but it's peaceful. It's pleasing to my eyes. It's pleasing to my ears. Like, people don't, not that they would care because you're the one committing the crime, but people really underestimate how all of that contributes to like the direct acts that's also going on. All of that filth that's surrounding that. And it's like, and this is how they were living on a normal basis. When they brought her to that house, that's how the house looked. When they called the blood to come to sell her, that's how the house looked. When Mike went back to avenge her, that's how the house looked. It's just like nobody changes up the way they live. It was just horrible and disgusting. And that's one of the things that helped me to feel for her even more. Was just like, wow. Okay. The other distraction I said already was just like, how did all these inmates even end up getting into I don't know what they call it, the little pit that the COs sit in where they operate all this stuff. It was just like, y'all just started panicking to the point where y'all just gave them access to everything. It was, and that's what helped for this uprising to get to the magnitude that it got to. Very disturbed that Milo was able to put on that CO outfit and walk
out of there.
Yes. That was not a distraction, but more of a con. Like, so now he's out on the streets. He's really going to be out there losing it because now he can't track Iris since Mike took the tracker out of her. So now he's really going to be out there losing it, all because y'all just frantic. No one could really prepare for this, but I don't really think that they were on point. It didn't have to get that far.
Okay. I actually have no cons. I can't, as you all were talking, I can't think of anything, other than the stupid old CO. I was very happy that Ed got killed too. Those two, I was happy. I was like raising the roof. It's like, kill them. Just kill them. Just get them off. Get rid of them.
You cannot think like that, Steph. Steph, you just can't.
It's the writing. Remember, it's the writing. They're doing their job. If you really hate them that much, hate that character, the writing is excellent. So we're going to continue this journey into The Mayor of Kingstown, season 2. We're going to go for episodes 1, 2, and 3 for next week. Season 2, episodes 1, 2, and 3. And Paul's going to join us next month. He's going to let us know what week it is that he's joining us. But this is definitely really holding its own. Definitely. So We thank you so much for joining us for this episode of.
Okay, so he want everybody dead.
The pastor wants everyone dead.
I see Pastor Cam wrote the pastor wants everybody dead.
And one thing, because I know Steph doesn't like anything British. Shout out to Adolescence. Go watch Adolescence. YouTube. I don't know about Steph, but YouTube.
Adolescence on YouTube. All right.
It's on HBO.
No, he's saying you too. Go watch.
Yeah, those two. Watch it, because you won't watch it because you know British stuff. You know, you don't like the
language. They have the accent. They have the accent.
You have to you have to watch it. You have to watch it. You
understand? I have to watch it. Okay.
Yes, Ainsley, you have to watch it.
Yes, sir, I shall. Yes, sir, I shall.
Okay. Well, I'll give it a try.
It was Emmy nominated.
It
was Emmy nominated. That's right. Emmy nominated.
You know, it's sad when you hear that it's nominated, that means it's not good. When the nominations are supposed to mean
when
that
when I say it was a great show, dagnabbit, it was a great show.
All right. So I may have to put you to the test, Sir Paul, and see exactly, what you are talking about. What's the name of the show?
Adolescence.
Okay. And it's on?
I believe it. No, Netflix. Yeah. Y'all all got Netflix, so y'all can watch that.
Okay.
Adolescence. And it's only four. It's a short series. So it's on. I believe it's only 4 episodes.
Okay.
Okay.
That's better than my recommendations. Okay.
Yeah. No. You fine. Fine.
It ain't 18 minutes, and it ain't a lot of people singing. How about that?
I heard Ainsley. But thank y'all so much. Shantice, you got hey Shantice from Brian. Listen, make sure you check us out in the morning. It's Due Time with Pastor Steph right here on Facebook Live, Coach for Christian Life, on YouTube Live, a Closer Walk Christian Media Network. Brother Ainsley, you joining us in the morning?
I'll be there.
Okay. Thank you so much, Paul, for joining us. We look forward, God's spares, to having you back with us in the month of March. And we're going to there to hang out.
I gotta go get some popcorn. I gotta go get some popcorn.
Yes, you gotta make sure you get your popcorn. Thank you, Shantice. Thank you, Anika. Listen,
thanks, Anika. Can't do without you.
That's right. If you have something that you want to suggest, we watch. It can't be no worse than these last couple things that they didn't suggest. So make sure you send us a suggestion, and we'll see if we're going to watch it and click it or click it. Thank you so much. See you in the morning, guys. Spares.
Peace out.
Paul.
Why is the remote in the screen?
Paul H. All right.
Click it.